Welcome back to Awesome Wildlife Effort. We're at the Church of St. Francis of Assisi, Italy. And you can see by the murals, St. Francis led an amazing life. He started out the son of a rich merchant. He went off to do battle. He actually went and then converted and led a life dedicated to the environment. St. Francis became such a powerful force that within just a few years after his passing, he was canonized as a saint. Pope Francis has taken the name of St. Francis because he wants to emphasize where we are today in the Earth's history and the need to take care of our common home, the animals and the ecology. He just issued an encyclical titled Laudato, care of our common home. And the message there is that we're entering a new era right now. He starts off, Pope Francis, by wanting to say, let's recognize those people who are doing an outstanding effort to save the environment and the animals, which is what our TV show does. We look at people making an awesome wildlife effort and give them credit for what they've done. Pope Francis also talks about in the next 6 chapters of Laudato Si, he talks about water and agrotoxins and the need to keep our waterways clean and the impact that could have on numerous people like what we see in Grand Isle and 400 other places around the earth that now have too much nitrogen in the water and dead zones. The biggest dead zone in the world is in Grand Isle, Louisiana. It actually runs 20 miles wide and the length of the entire state of Louisiana. It has been created by all the phosphorus and nitrogen runoff from the farms that drain into the Mississippi River Valley, go down the river and end at the Gulf of Mexico. He talks about the need for biodiversity. Biodiversity is critical, but just the elephant, when it eats a tree, the seeds, it doesn't digest. And when it deposits those seeds, it deposits it with actually a plant of fertilizer. And now a tree is born. Its footprint can actually leave an indentation in the earth that a small pond can be created and rainwater can allow insects to start to breathe, which are the food for birds and the whole ecological system. We are all so interrelated to one little aspect of the planet. To take out one part, whether it be from poaching or greed or technology, we don't realize the impact we're going to have. In chapters 3 and 4 of Laudato Si, Pope Francis talks about technology and its impact, how it needs to be used for good. Social media is wonderful. We have a lot of power there, but we also see that it can cause problems. And also, we can just see that it isolates us as well. We have to learn as we create so many new and powerful tools to use, how do we use them wisely? How do we invent, basically, fire without using it to destroy the planet? He also talks about the need in chapter 4 of just that. How does ecology relate to science and humans? How do we treat our planet well with all the new innovations that we've come up with? These things are all part of how we have to stop, reflect, enjoy our fellow man more, take a little time away from technology to make sure we appreciate nature and take care of what we have and don't destroy it in the process of making more and more inventions. In chapters 5 and 6 of Laudato Si, Pope Francis talks about how do we educate and the need for action and intercommunication in the international community. We're seeing an amazing change in our planet right now. Thousands of acres are being burned right now in Indonesia to make room for more palm oil plantations. We're losing almost a third of the orangutan population for that. Habitat is being lost in numerous other ways. The way to educate that is what we see here outside of New Orleans. The Lake Pontchartrain Basin Foundation has created this park where this path through a wetland in Louisiana is a great chance for people to come with their children, their family, and interact with nature, maybe to fish or to crab, and also to experience the wetlands and just how pristine they are. Pope Francis also talks about the need for education in Laudato Si. Art is a great way for education. Fortunately, some cities, Kenner, Louisiana now has putting in a large outdoor sculpture garden which will feature an elephant. So people can start to talk about how to save vanishing species. Our common home is changing. We've already seen in 1931 when World Animal Day was created, but more so in the 70s when Earth Day was founded and the Clean Air Act and the need for many laws to regulate how a large human population can interact and keep the planet balanced. And that is a lot about what Laudato Si is. We are at a spot now, 40 years later, where we're seeing massive changes and so many more billions of people on the planet that we really have to address the impact we can have as humans on our common home. Subscribe to Awe News. We've interviewed numerous people, artists, legislators, people operating sanctuaries, activists who are working hard to save vanishing species. Get involved.